to this morning's readings. I'm Catherine, and I am honored and grateful to be your guide. Today, we're taking a look at being stuck, and I hope that these cards today will speak to your heart, uplift your spirits, and allow for you to feel that there's a reason for your suffering. It's hard when you don't have what you want, isn't it? It's hard when you look around at people who appear to have an easier time than you're having, and yet you know what you know, and you know what it is that you're looking for, what you're desiring, the changes that you're looking for to really put your life into a different zone. So, if you could change one area of your life, if you could wave your magic wand like I'm waving this Palo Santo and create an instant transformation, what would it be? What's keeping you stuck today? We just allow our hearts to be open, our minds to be willing, and our bodies to sit still for a little bit and see what the cards have for us today. So, excuse me. Today I have these feathers that have an ash on them, because feathers always remind me of the presence of angels and how they're around us at all times. So I was drawn to the feathers. And then I also have a new deck I'm using. Thank you to my niece Nicole for gifting me with this beautiful deck, the Wandering Star. And so we're going to be doing 4 card readings, actually 5 cards, because I also going to be using the Divine Doors, which I love, to complete the reading and give you a personal blessing. So let's get started. What we're going to do first is just draw a card for the collective, just a general theme for what it is that's keeping us stuck and unfulfilled at the moment. Invite the cards to show us our theme for the morning. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if this very theme is resonant with every single person that checks out these readings today. So, how to receive a collective reading? What you want to do is hold in your heart what it is that you're wishing for. What area of your life do you want to have an answer? And then we're going to be allowing these cards to open up a piece of wisdom for you. So, welcome, my friends. Let's take a look. And the first card for today is the Heron. Let go of convention and follow your own unique path. And as I had mentioned, this first card today is like our theme for the morning. And it wouldn't surprise me a bit if several people who tune in are having confusion about the direction. It could be love for you, it could be career, it could be your family of origin. There could be any of a variety of storylines that you're feeling confused about. So let's take a look and see what it is. Let go of convention. Let go of the ordinary way of doing things. Let go of the expectations of people who are drawing you apart from your inner peace. Let go of conventions. Let's see what the cards have for us. And we have the Emperor, the Two of Swords, and the Sun. Okay, so if you're watching right now, the cards are here to comfort you. Okay, they're comforting. The universe, what I call source or the divine, is very aware of where you are. Your arms tightly crossed across your chest and a blindfold on. An incredible desire to protect yourself and to hold yourself tight. Have you ever given yourself a hug? In fact, let's just do that right now. If you're watching me right now, wrap your arms around yourself and squeeze tight. Once upon a time, somebody told me about that. And you know what? It really works to comfort yourself right now because you do have a choice to make. There's a decision that's troubling you. And it's very, that's a, what do you call it? A duplicating cycle that happens over and over through life. But this let go of convention paired with the emperor means that it's time for you to make decisions for yourself. You cannot please other people, no matter how hard you try. And you can't make choices for your life that come from somebody else's values. Many times you will stick with a situation trying to force the situation to meet your needs, trying to force a situation to change so that you'll be more comfortable. And the truth is, only you in your deepest being know what's right for you. Something's going on here right now where you're being pulled away from your highest good. The reason I say that is because the sun is here in your upcoming future. So, what you can be expecting in this next throughout the rest of May, for example, because May has just started. But the sun is the card that indicates that deep inside of you, see that eye inside of the heart? Deep inside of you is the key to your happiness, to your fulfillment, and to the answer to your prayer. Light, life, and energy. In ancient times, the sun, the ancient people worshiped the sun because it truly is a miracle every sunrise when we're given another day. And the lesson here is to be really true to what's important for you. Many times when you're confused about your career or you're confused about a situation in a relationship, it's because you've compromised who you truly are in order to fit. And at the end of that cycle, you are locked into tightness where everything in you is cringing from the very life that you're living. So today's readings are going to be all about finding what is deep in your heart, the seed that was planted before you even got here, that allows you, once you're plugged in, allows you to have fulfillment. Your imagination is the key. Years and years ago, decades, I had a lot of disappointment, fear, and rage. Those three elements cut me off from my highest good. Those three elements, disappointment, anger, and rage, were alive in my imagination. And so I was afraid of those feelings, and therefore I was cut off from the source of life that is the imagination. As you go through the readings today with me, you will hear me mentioning books and authors and resources that have helped me. I am more than happy to share those with you to help you. Okay, so let's go forward here and let's draw some other cards to see what it is. What's the key that we have today, the remedy for what it is that's keeping you stuck? When you are stuck, it shows us that pain is stuck in your imagination. When you remember back to things, or if you're just in an uncomfortable situation, that is alive in your imagination. And oh, thank you. And we want to clear the way so that our imagination can be used for good. So here's our card. This beautiful blue door. And the blue is the sign. First of all, I picked blue today, and blue is the sign that I always take for the throat chakra. It's the color that vibrates with the power of your voice. Are you able to speak your truth? Are you respected for it? When you are letting go of your old way of doing things, you will find the power and the energy to speak your own truth. So let's see what our door has to say. Secret sketches. Wonder and seek the familiar and friendly kind. Draw memories in sketches for others to find. Wonder and seek the familiar and friendly kind. Draw memories in sketches for others to find. What this is telling us is that in your past, possibly when you were a child, your imagination was your own, and there were things that you loved to do, places that you would love to be. Perhaps it was climbing a tree, perhaps it was being in the woods. Right now, I'm a grandmother and I have a woods near my house where I can go and literally play. I create paths, I clear away the leaves, and go into the woods, which is very much the exact thing I did when I was a child. And so for me to be able to look back and draw the memories from pleasures in the past. It is the key to breaking through your block right now. Okay. So let's move forward. And thank you guys. Thank you, Anjali, for being here today. I'm so delighted to have you joining me as we take a peek at what's keeping us stuck. I'm Catherine. This is Pattern Breaker Tarot, where we're all about learning how to break the patterns so that we have more fulfillment in our lives. Right. So now, in order to receive a collective reading, ask yourself, what is it that if it changed in my life today would bring me the most joy and fulfillment? Whatever area that is, we are going to assign these cards to bring guidance to you. Okay, so let's take one of our feather cards and see what the message is. Ren, be bold and confident. Use all of your resources to create your dreams. Now, the wren is a tiny, tiny bird. And it's interesting because I would almost think that it would be an eagle on this card. Be confident, fly like an eagle. But no, it's the tiniest bird. It's probably only this long. So, what that's showing me right away, before we even draw the tarot, is the idea that there's a piece of you that is capable of being confident. It might be the tiniest little piece of you where you feel most of the time you do not feel confident, but your inner self, your inner being is calling you to pull up on the confidence that you do have right now. Okay, so let's draw our tarot. Be bold and confident. Use all of your resources to create your dreams. So, what are those resources? Let's take a look. And we have the Wandering Star Tarot today. And oh, interesting, Eight of Wands. So, look at how, with the Eight of Wands, good news, travel. So this is connected to me because I'm sensing that you're just seeing yourself really small, that you're seeing yourself as this big, when the universal force that lives within you is as big as the sky, right? And when we cannot feel confident about our inner self, our humanness, we can learn to access the beautiful universe that's available to us. Look at how the Eight of Wands, this is a confident energy, isn't it? Hi, Kane. Welcome today. I'm so glad you guys are here. And then we have the Mother Star. Now, the Mother Star is an extra card that is in this deck. And I'm grateful that she showed up because the name of the deck is the Wandering Star. And the star is the star is the sign of healing. So I feel clearly if you're here watching the reading right now, there is no accident, and that you have been seeing yourself as small when in reality, the universe available to you is boundless. The universe is huge, right? And as we as humans can contain godly energy, we are containers of the divine. Many people say we are created of divine fabric, and who we are is the divine. But in our human state, we see each other as we see ourselves as so tiny. And this can create such a dilemma because if you feel unsatisfied, if your career is just not allowing you the creativity that you so desire. It's not paying you enough. Or you're in a relationship where the people are seeing you as small. That's because you are seeing yourself as small. So these cards we have two major arcana here, and that means that what's going on in you is bigger than you know. I sense this feeling of what's the good word, like abundance and bigger than that. It's like limitless. That's what I'm sensing. That for some reason you see yourself as limited when the divine within you is limitless. So how do we get there? Right. So this Eight of Wands shows that you've just been trying hard on your own strength, that the wands are the source of our power. And at this point, you have gotten yourself ready, ready, aim, fire, but not releasing the arrow, not releasing something. Now, with the Mother Star, the key word is yes. So you're getting a divine yes here. So this is a pivotal, it's a pivotal time for you in the energy right now. And we do have a full moon in Scorpio coming, and I'm a Scorpio, and it makes me shiver like, oh my gosh, any of the moon signs that falls in my birth chart, I know will be profound for me. So if you're a fellow Scorpio, let's be prepared. What can we do to launch ourselves? Let go of that arrow. Do you know how tired the arm would get from just holding the position, getting ready to fire? Okay. The good news is that it's time. It's time to release yourself to receive what the universe has for you next. So important to begin to see the reality that your human self is small. Just look at the sky with the clouds right now, like beautiful clouds in Tennessee. Nature is way bigger than my little human self. But because the divine lives through me, that's where I can learn to be more confident. Now, look at how the arrow's pointing to the tower card. Now, a lot of times the tower means destruction, but it also means enlightenment and release. Going with the energy of release that arrow. The arrow's pointing to the heart of this tower. The tower means things are changing. Things are changing whether you like it or not. The lightning bolt coming at the crown is showing us that it's your thinking that needs to be destroyed. And I'm so sorry to use that word because it's a scary word, isn't it? You don't want anything to be destroyed, except what if it's self criticism? What if it's thinking that's keeping you small? To allow your false thoughts about your potential, because we can achieve nothing in our humanity. It's only when we're linked to our divine nature that everything comes into place. So look at the eye. The eye is the divine overlooking all of this. And look at how the tower is so beautiful. And there's a door. And the door, of course, we're using the divine doors for our blessing. I'll pull that card in a moment. But the doors are blue. Blue is the color of your throat chakra. Blue is the color of your speaking your truth in love to yourself. Okay. So, your piece of counsel for today is to look yourself right in the mirror and say out loud, even though my humanity is too small to accomplish my dream, my divine nature is all I need. I am so happy and thankful now that I realize it's not my humanness that's going to solve this dilemma. It's not my humanness that's keeping me stuck. It's my lack of allowing the belief that the divine is enough. I am so happy and thankful now that I realize the divine brought me here right now, and I'm capable of moving forward. If you stay in the burning tower, it's very scary and it puts you in a state of being ill at ease. But if you allow yourself to open the doors, come out, approach your future, claim your divine confidence, and take the choice that's being offered to you. There is a brand new situation right over here in the future waiting for you to release your doubts. Back to the mother star. The mother star is all about healing. If you're needing healing, seek it. Of course, I read privately for people, I give advice privately and pull cards for you if that's what you're desiring. But you really don't need to have a personal reading. You need to find the right resources. Abraham Hicks, I listen to YouTubes by Abraham nearly every day where they talk about allowing yourself to be in your divine energy. All of y'all can do that today. Abraham Hicks, go look them up. They're my favorite teachers. Okay, so let's pull one of the divine doors for you, my dear friend. I know it's not easy to believe that you are as big as the sky, and that's what your lesson is. You are not a little bitty 2-inch bird. You have a divine nature that is waiting for you to discover it. And let's look at our door. And we have an open gate, which I think is so perfect for this reading, the divine door. Now, this is green. The gate is green. And if we look, we have the green background on our red. The green is the color of your heart chakra. And as you release yourself to accept your divine nature, you will be filled in a way you haven't yet achieved in your lifetime. The divine loves you so much. There is no accident. You're here with me today to receive this message. Let's see what the blessing is. A note on love. Seek different seasons and enter into the unknown. When love is the focus, foundation, and goal, blessed is the body, mind, and soul. Let me read that again. Seek different seasons and enter into the unknown. When love is the focus, foundation, and goal, blessed is the body, the mind, and the soul. And you might think, great, that's about my romance. No, 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 no. This is about loving the divine within yourself because if you see yourself small, the life you're creating is small. When you bring together your divine nature in willingness to feel how much the divine loves you, that's when the gate swings open. Powerful reading for you, my friend. Do not see yourself tiny. You are an amazing, huge being. In fact, in energy, your beingness is here with me now. Write down in the comments, where are you watching from? Through the magic of the internet and being online, we are connected, and the beingness of our energy joining together with these readings is proof of how huge the divine is compared to a singular human experience. Okay, moving forward. Thank you for being here. I'm Catherine. This is Pattern Breaker Tarot, and we're all about finding the patterns that are keeping us from our most satisfied life. No accident that you're here. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up, you all. Makes me feel loved. I appreciate that. And it also helps others find these readings. Okay, taking a breather, sipping my tea. And my question to you, what area of your life are you looking for a breakthrough? If something could change today, what would it be? Hold on to that desire and let's draw cards for you. Aren't the feathers beautiful? I love this deck. All right, let's see. Ah, the Kingfisher. Prosperity is flowing. Have faith that you will receive it in the perfect form. And I would say it the perfect time. Many of the people that come to me for readings are very frustrated because they don't feel that prosperity is flowing. They definitely feel that prosperity is stuck and they're not receiving what they're wishing for. Okay, is that you? Oh, this card just wants, there's a couple just want to come out. And we need one more. So when it comes to prosperity, are you feeling a little stuck? That's what this is all about. How do you keep that faith when you're waiting? You're waiting and waiting and thinking, am I never going to get there? Let's take a look. The Four of Wands. Interesting. Oh, the Five of Wands. I always like the synchronicity when cards line up in the same suit. And the Two of Wands. Wow. Okay. So if you're a fan of manifesting, this is definitely for you. So if you're a manifester, you definitely are in the right place at the right time. Uh, if you're in a place where your career, you've just recently made a career change, or you're wanting to make a career change, you've had money that was in the past was flowing better, and right now it's like the ebb and the flow. So if your finances, you're in the ebb cycle, so everything is slowed down a little bit, you are in the right place because the wands are the suit of our manifesting power. It's the fire. It's what gets you out of bed in the morning. If you're a creator, if you're like me, a content creator, Sundays are my favorite day because I get to meet with you guys live, and it fills me with joy just to think about these meetings that we're doing here. And manifesting is simply the awareness of what's showing up in your life. And so, as we're progressing through these cards today, the theme so far has been to not allow our old thinking to hold us back, to not allow a false feeling of being too small to hold you back. And now this is this promise: have faith that you will receive. And the wands have showed up today to affirm that. Okay, so let's take a look. It's center card, the Four of Wands, creative union and freedom. Creativity, union, and freedom. These are the key words. Many times, this is a card that shows up as a happily ever after. It's often a card that shows a wedding. But what we're seeing today with this idea of prosperity, what it's calling me to mention to you is that prosperity comes in many different currencies. Currency, a current is electrical power, right? Currency, power. So many times when money is slow in showing up, the universe so clearly says, be grateful for what you have already, a universal law that is for everyone every day, but also to embrace abundance outside of money. Okay, you guys who have followed me for years, you know that I play a game called the Invisible Money Game. The invisible money game is to make a journal where you keep track of everything that is given to you or that you find that you don't have to use your own money for. This morning, one of my lovely neighbors knocked on my door and gave me a piece of cake. It was her birthday cake because she wanted to share it. If I would have gone to the bakery and bought myself a sweet something to have with my coffee, with my tea, it would have cost me $5, whatever. But the truth is, in the invisible money game, that was $5 I did not need to spend. So the game of invisible money taught me a valuable lesson. The first time I played it was in 2016. And do you know that year I made more in invisible money than I did in real money? I'm not kidding. I was given a cruise. I was given a hot air balloon ride. I was given a variety of things. People bought my food for me all the time. I had so many gifts and I kept track. And my finances were out of balance that year, but the amount of invisible money that came taught me a lesson that even all these years later, I treasure. So the first challenge for you is to find where that satisfaction is. Be creative when you look at abundance and prosperity, and notice that when the money goes down, spiritual giving to you goes up. Okay, this is such a cool way of getting yourself into alignment. You've probably heard that word, tuning yourself in to the idea that you can attract prosperity, both in gifts, services, and money, building your ability to be a receiver. Now, over here with our Five of Wands, we have kind of I'm going to use the word contentious. So, in the past, it's showing that you've been kind of fighting a battle on the inside of yourself where you want to trust and believe it's coming, but there's a part of you that feels doubt. Okay. So there's this competition and this debate that's going on inside of you, like a fierce game of ping pong or table tennis, where you keep bouncing back and forth between, yes, what Catherine is saying makes so much sense to me, but no, I have to get money for rent, or no, I need this and so. So I call the universe uni for short, but Source is asking for you to recognize the conflict inside. In fact, if you're one of those people who has a lot of conflict inside, hit that icon to your right where it says the little heart, and then just hit the 100, because the fact is that all of us who are manifesting play this fierce game of ping pong with ourselves where we are debating all the time. Is it true that I can make my life better by my thinking? Or no, it's a bunch of bull and I'll never wiggle my way out of this. Talk about being stuck, right? Being stuck between a rock and a hard place, especially if it's within your own mind. And then we have this beautiful Two of Wands. These wands all being together in the same space brings so much hope. And I hope that you can feel it. The Two of Wands plans, partnership, and influence. When you couple yourself with the divine, when you make a decision, I want to know, what is my divine call? What kind of work? Oops. Oh my goodness, my camera got so excited it started to slide off its base. I'm glad I caught that. It might have fallen right on you. Hold on a second. I think I jarred it. Are we okay? Yeah. When you are in a place of stretching, like you're between here and there, you're waiting for the universe to come to you clearly and show you your next step. The truth is that there's this collaborative energy that is going on right now. There's a part of you who does know for sure what your logical next step is. And that's your goal. When you couple together your energy with the divine, you will be inspired. And when you're inspired, you're not stuck. Your imagination is waiting for you to make that decision to play with your future. Now, what is it that you love to do? What a good piece of advice is write down everything you've ever done to gain more money in your life. What was good about each situation? What is your ideal working situation? You will be drawn by inspired action. Even your being here today is no accident. Of course, I would love to do a reading for you as I do private readings for folks, but it's not necessary. You can seek on your own the education you need to go forward. There's a website called Coursera, Coursera, and it offers free education, not kidding, and of a variety of technical classes where you could equip yourself to become immensely valuable and pick up a side hustle that will help you on your way to the financial freedom that you're looking for. Yellow and gold is in every single one of these cards. It is very auspicious. I love that word. It's a sign that your energy around financial doings is lifting. Okay. Remember, our kingfisher, prosperity is flowing. Have faith that you will receive it in the perfect form and at the perfect time. Okay. So let me just draw a door card for you for our blessing. Here we go. Beautiful. I love this card. Look at the light that's shining through. If you're watching this reading, there is something very important for you that's upcoming. We do have a full moon in Scorpio coming up soon, and that's where you can release doubts and fears and insecurity. Let's see what our blessing is through this gateway. Forgive and forget. A ritual cleansing of pain and lies. Arise and awaken, see a new sunrise. A ritual cleansing of pain and lies. Arise and awaken, see a new sunrise. So, this does confirm for me that there's something that needs to be released. So, I want to suggest a ritual for you. I would love for you to take out a piece of paper and write a list of all the different jobs that you've had and any people who have lied, cheated, or stolen from you when it comes to money. You might have lost a position unfairly. You might have a family member who has interfered with an estate somehow. You might have worked somewhere where somebody signed their name to your work. Something very unfair has happened. Write it down on a piece of paper. And then do as you look at your list, take a pencil or a pen and scratch out each of them and say out loud, I release you, I release you, I release you, all the way through your list. And then burn the list, crunch it up, tear it up, and let it be a sign that you are ready for something new. The divine wants to move into your heart and your imagination, but if there's a lot of pain from past disappointment, there's no room at the inn. I just had a big belch come up and through me. I don't mean to tell you my private business, except that I do move energy for my clients. And I really feel that somebody who's watching right now definitely will profit from writing down the hurtful experiences with money and then tear up that paper, rip it up. Now, you guys, I do tapping with people. My tapping channel is Tap with Cat. So you can look over there and and you can take a peek because I have some tapping about ancestral roots and about money. And tapping works. I love to do it. And again, if you're interested and you want to speak to me, I always talk with people at no charge because you don't know if you want me to read for you. I don't know if it's a good fit either, but I love to talk to my people. So do email me patternbreakertarot@gmail.com. Let me know what's going on, and I will refer you. If I can't help you, I will refer you to some resources that can. Okay, my friends? All right, let's move on. Thank you guys. I notice you hitting the thumbs up, and I'm holding my hands at my heart. I'm so grateful for y'all. Love spending my time with you. Okay, moving forward. Again, to receive in a collective reading, all you need to do is come into an agreement that these next set of cards are for you. My question to you is if you could change anything in your life right now, what would you change? If you could make anything better, what would you want to make better? Hold that in your heart, and then let's draw a card for you. Ooh, that's a pretty one. Okay, what do we have? Oh, good one. I love owls. I do. I don't see them often, but I hear them. I hear them more often than seeing them. Your intuition is correct. Follow your inner wisdom without fail. All right, my friend, somebody listening to me right now, you have been stuck in a decision, haven't you? I have a feeling that your decision is going to impact other people and that you feel worried because you don't want other people to be displeased with you. You don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. And the owl can swivel its head uh, it way out of normal. It doesn't go 360, but it does go, I don't know what the degrees are, but it definitely the head swivels all the way around. So I feel like that's you. In the last reading, we had that fierce ping pong match that goes on when you're having an argument with yourself. And so much energy is wasted, isn't it? When you're going back and forth with yourself. Should I move? Should I not? Should I be with that person? Should I not? Should I go against what my family wants for me and do what I want or not? This can wear you out. However, your intuition is a warm sound voice. So important to tune in. What is your heart saying to you? So here's our first card. Let's draw our tarot, my friends, and see what's going on here. Oh, this one wants to come too. Aren't these cards wonderful? Thank you, Nicole. My niece gifted me with this wonderful deck. I love it. Would you guys like it? I do. Hey, Kelly. Welcome, Brenda. Sorry, I just so focused on the cards today. I'm not watching the chat as it goes by. So I love that y'all are here. It means the world to me. Just so much love for you here. Our Empress card. Oh, yeah. See, what a confirmation. Nobody knows what's best for you but you. And in the beginning, our very first card of this reading, I will have these time stamped, and you may want to go back and watch the first pile because it talked about going against convention, going against what other people think is best for you. And then we have our Nine of Cups and the Knight of Wands. Okay. Oops. Ah, I have to repair how do I fix this? I'm just gonna have to hold on to it. It's so funny. I mean, funny to me that my equipment is wanting to collapse. Okay, so um, absolutely 100% your intuition is guiding you correctly. 100%. These cards right here are all affirming that you are right. And a lot of times when you're in situations where you know you're right, sometimes you can hear teachings about don't be selfish or, what makes you think you're right, where the arguments can come, especially, for example, I decided to go live in Mexico a few years ago and I lived there for 4 years. And I would never have passed that up. And part of me is still sad I can't live down there right now because I loved it. But most of my family and friends thought it was not right for me, and I had to make a move against the desires of a lot of people. But I knew it was something in me that knew it was the right thing to do. So this Empress is all about I am the boss of me, and the key words are luxury, beauty, harmony, abundance, grace, fertility, love, nature, beauty, art, the Empress. This Empress knows what she wants. So that's showing me that in your heart, where your intuition is guiding you, in through your body, your intuition speaks in your body. It's like this sense of I was going to use the word weight, gravity. It's a sense of yes, it's a deep-seated feeling of I know what's best for me. When you start thinking too much and you get into your head, it pulls you away from your guidance. Okay. But this figure is sure of what she wants. She's also holding a wand, and that will couple with our Knight of Wands. But I want to go back to the Nine of Cups. So, with the Nine of Cups, that's the signal of a wish fulfilled. The keywords happiness, vitality, optimism, joy. Okay, so you know that this choice that's ahead of you is this a wish come true? Something so wonderful has appeared on the scene. The whisper of the divine right in your ear with this white dove. You know that this is a chance you want to take. It may not work out. So what? This choice will open doors for you in your future, and you can't ignore it. Something inside of you will not let you give up. And so, for you to be able to take your choice and walk forward with it, regardless of how other people feel, is critical for you, my friend. The Knight of Wands, flow, fire, intuition. Right? So it's just these three cards are power cards. They're no nonsense cards. They're yes, yes, yes cards. I couldn't put it any more clearly. Now, this message might be from for only one of you. Maybe there's only one of you listening right now that you have been fighting internally. Gosh, should I, shouldn't I? Should I, shouldn't I? They may not like it. I might not be supported. I don't know anybody there. I moved to Mexico, a different country, and I didn't know anybody there. And that was the biggest, most positive thing I could have done at that point in my life, even though people didn't agree with it. So I'm here to confirm for you there's no accident that you're watching this reading right now. It is for you. Okay, let me take a peek at our divine doors for your blessing. Oh, my goodness. I guess that one wanted to come. I do love when the cards jump out. It's one of my favorite things. Jarring everything here. And we have our keyhole, a doorway that looks like a keyhole, like peeking through the keyhole. I feel like that's what's been going on for you, that you're allowing yourself to peek into the future with this choice that you're making, and that it's so important that you put the key in and turn it. Take action towards your dream. Let's see what the blessing is. Begin here. Do not fear what travel brings, my dear. The moment is yours. Begin now, here. This is a very potent reading. Like I said, this might be for only one of you listening, but whatever has been torturing you with this idea of taking the right choice, your intuition is correct. Wow. What a great reading for you, my friend. I am so happy that you were here today to receive this reading. Okay, let's take a peek. You go forward. I'm Catherine. Welcome, you guys, to Pattern Breaker Tarot. So glad you're here today. We are all about finding the patterns that are keeping us from our joy, keeping us from our potential, keeping us from our heart, right? So, what my question before we go forward, welcome. I'm so honored and grateful to be your guide today. If you could change anything in your life right now, what would it be? What would it be? What is it that you're wanting to receive a reading for in a group like this? All you need to do is decide this reading is for me, and so it will be. Okay, let's take a peek. Osprey, your success is now at hand. Allow the abundance to flow to you effortlessly. Man, I am in love with these readings today. The source is really wanting to inspire and encourage us not to give up. Your success is now at hand. If you were here for the last reading, I hope you were, and I hope you continue to watch because this is a similar energy. Success is right here, right now. What do we need to know to receive it? It's to allow. What do we need to allow? If you're familiar with Abraham Hicks, you hear them talk about the art of allowing. And they say, once you ask, the universe hears your request and begins to prepare it for delivery. And if we're not getting what we're wanting, it's because we're not allowing it. And sometimes, if you're like me, you get frustrated, like, well, what do I need to do? How do I allow? So let's see what the cards have for us. It's a brand new deck. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. It's called the Wandering Star, and thank you, Nicole, my beautiful niece, for the gift of these cards. I appreciate that. Let's see what we have here for how do we allow? We have the Knight of Swords. Mm. Oh, interesting. Okay. We have the Nine of Pentacles, the High Success card. And then we have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, there's definitely a fresh start here. So this might be, again, I can't help but reflect on the connection to the last reading is pretty intense here, where the it's a green light, it's a yes, yes, yes. And so having the osprey show up next, the osprey is a big bird. It's like the size of an eagle, and they live near lakes, and I've seen them nesting. One of them would nest on top of a pole, and it's really quite fascinating to watch them. And when they go to feed their little chicks in the nest, they catch a fish in the lake and fly off with a fish that's practically the size of the bird. It's pretty fascinating. So I think it's a sign of how nature cycles to take care of things, that they are not human, thank goodness, because if they were a human, they may not jump out of that nest, trust that their wings will work, fly, and pick up a heavy weight and fly back. And I think as humans, many times we don't know what we don't know. We don't know how we can collect energetically the power we need to get something done. And we're doing everything on our human power. This Knight of Swords, highs and lows, conflict and tension. So, you, my friend, you have been in a tough time. There's been highs and lows. It's like part of you wants to go forward, and you do, and then something will happen that you will interpret as bad luck, or you will interpret as a stop. And the truth is that once you have selected your goal, there will be highs and lows on your way there. For example, into a new career or going to school somewhere, where when you take the position, you're like, yes, this is will lead me to where I'm wanting to go. But the first bad thing that happens, the first piece of bad luck, you wilt, and all of your desire diminishes because you feel, if you were on the right track, it would just be stair steps up, better, 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 better. When in reality, the cycle of success is like a spiral. And as you're going up, 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 and walking in this pattern, this circular pattern, you have repetitions of old behaviors that could make you unconfident. It could make you feel like you're disqualified from the very abundance that you're looking for. And it's just not true. It's part of that tension in going forward, that you take two steps forward, one step back, two steps forward, one step back. Success is built on a spiral path. It's not built straight up. And it's so important that you know that. This Nine of Pentacles is a sign of great achievement. So you may be a person who certainly has found comfort and accomplishment, prosperity, stability, all of that in your past, but you're being called to something better. None of us are designed to stay in one place forever. And many times it is difficult to allow ourselves to say, okay, I'm ready for something new. Because look at her face. Even though she has comfort, accomplishment, prosperity, and stability, there's something within her, like a itch that needs to be scratched. As this Knight of Swords look back at her, it's this idea of the tension between being satisfied right now and wanting to reach forward to that new thing. Look what we have in our final position here: career beginnings and travel. This Ace of Wands is the confirmation of your new success. Okay. I am a fan of Neville, and I listen to a lot of Neville's old teachings, and he talks about the law of assumption, to practice imagining yourself already successful in what's new for you. Allow the abundance to flow. That means allow it to flow in your imagination. Every time you imagine yourself already successful in what's coming, you empower the magnetism to make it all happen. It's very hard to explain and hard to understand. What is that place of allowing? To me, when I look at allowing or living as if I'm already there, it means to me to live unbothered. I'm not bothered. If I'm not bothered by things, I have peace of mind. And so as you're going forward and you can't imagine, like I can't imagine myself there, take a piece of paper and write down, if I could, if I could imagine myself in this new thing, what would it be like? And just do a stream of consciousness and write it down. If I were in that job, I would enjoy what? And then let that go. Just write it and put it in a book or something. And then I love how Abraham Hicks says, go take a nap. Well, yes, but find something that is mindless to do. Take a walk outside, put on a playlist of the music that you loved when you were 17 years old. Easy to do on Spotify or YouTube. What music from the past makes you get up and want to move? When you do things like that, you will become less bothered. Remember, if you put a cake into the oven and you are waiting for it to be finished, it doesn't do the cake any good to keep opening the oven to see if it's done yet. What happens when you open the oven is all the heat escapes and the cake becomes ruined and certainly delayed by all of that interruption. So let your future success bake in the oven of your soul and become unbothered by focusing on other things. The best is gratitude, to just make note of the things in your life that are working right now, because these are all creating more heat to support this brand new manifestation that you're going after. Okay. All right. All right. Move on. Oh, wait, I forgot my doors. Again, I want to remind you guys that I do private readings. It's nothing is more fun for me than to pull cards for folks. So if it's something you're interested in, check the description box. And I also have a couple thousand videos here on YouTube. You can certainly take the mini lessons that I offer if you need them. And you can see that my camera situation is becoming a little dicey here. Hold on, I want to adjust. And I apologize for that. I have to figure out what's not supporting my work here. Okay. And let's pick our divine doors. Oh, look, I love this one. Look at that ancient door just cracked open. And I feel like that's true for you, that whatever's here for you right now, you feel an opening even as you hear this, what I'm teaching today, and you sense, I don't really get this. And yet there's a part of you that does. Let's see what this says. The sacred lotus, compassion in action, the chosen tool. I see now the lotus in your spirit's jewel. Compassion in action, the chosen tool. I see now the lotus in your spirit's jewel. This idea of allowing yourself to realize that the path to success is a spiral one, that it's not directly upward. I feel like this snake that is spiraling around that wand is that message for you today, my dear friend. That is you're compassionate for yourself, that you understand that this change that you're in right now has so much to offer you. Invest in gratitude. You will not be sorry that you did. So, my friends, my equipment is saying, please fix me. So, I'm going to let the readings come to a close. Thank you so much for being with me today. I have nothing but love for you. And I hope that these readings will help you find the tools you need to get unstuck. We'll see you next week. Thanks for your time and attention. Bye now.